The New York Knicks take care of business in Denver and absolutely dismantle the Nuggets with a final score of 145-118. OG Anunoby with a career-high 40 points. Jalen Brunson career-high 17 assists. Karl-Anthony Towns gets a 30-point triple-double. This was the New York Knicks clicking in Denver. It was on full display tonight. I'm excited to share my thoughts, but I'm more excited to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section because, boy, oh boy, Knicks fans, this is what this Knicks team looks like when everything clicks, going up against a very good team, against the front-runner MVP in Nikola Jokic, and boy, oh boy, was this a joy to watch these New York Knicks. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button on your way into the video and subscribe to Knicks Media. Big shout out to BetUS for, of course, powering Knicks Media all season long. They are the official sportsbook sponsor of Knicks Media and will continue to be all year. If you want to use the promo code YouTube150, you guys can get a 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% on your next two. That's up to $2,000. Definitely go check them out for your #1 online sportsbook. All your Knicks prop bets, spreads, money line, NBA props, you name it, that's over there on BetUS. Now let's get into tonight's matchup because the Knicks are coming off a tough loss on Saturday against the Utah Jazz, but they bounce back on this West Coast trip with a formidable victory. I mean, this is one of those wins that Knicks fans are all looking at each other like, you see, this is exactly why we were super excited when we landed all the guys in the offseason. The trade for OG Anunoby. This guy, when we extended him long-term and we gave him that $200 million contract, it's because of games like this is what we were projecting as Knicks fans. We felt like the best is yet to come for OG Anunoby. We all knew that OG's defense was locked down. But in my opinion, in the small sample size we saw OG play for the Knicks last year because of the injuries and him getting traded here midway through the year, is I felt like there was an untapped potential offensively. We saw glimpses of it. We didn't really see consistency, but this is what we're seeing. And it's not just tonight. I know we got a career high, but OG Anunoby has been balling this season offensively. Efficiency, hitting his clutch shots from downtown, attacking the paint, leads the NBA in dunks probably, definitely up there if not leading it. But this was one of those games where he's coming off a game where he was lights out from three, another game where he's lights out from three, 5 for 7 from downtown, 16 of 23 from the field, a 40-point outing for our boy OG Anunoby. I mean, you see the highlights on your screen right here. He is doing it all. He is rebounding. He's pushing the pace. He is getting blocks. He's getting steals. He is getting, I mean, what more can you ask from OG Anunoby, man? Absolutely joy to watch him play basketball for the New York Knicks because he is the X factor for the Knicks, in my opinion. Talk about the X factor. How about the captain tonight? Jalen Brunson, 23 points, 17 assists. We're finally seeing Jalen Brunson get comfortable with his new teammates in Karl-Anthony Towns. The pick-and-roll game with him and Cat is off the charts. I mean, pick and pop, pick and roll, pick your poison. If you're the defending team like the Nuggets were trying to defend Brunson and Cat, and you got to worry about OG getting hot, this Knicks team is dangerous when it's all clicking, folks. I'm telling you guys that right now. And it's cool to see Jalen Brunson start off the season struggling a little bit, okay, getting a little more aggressive, then he became more passive, and now it's all coming together. He was very efficient tonight, Jalen Brunson, 4 for 5 from beyond the arc, all right? That's all you need to know about Jalen Brunson shooting. It's back. It is absolutely lights out for Jalen Brunson, and he's getting his teammates involved at an efficient clip. 17 assists for Jalen Brunson. Absolutely joy to watch Jalen Brunson play basketball, and I feel like when we're seeing this Knicks team, the potential is through the roof when everything starts to click. I mean, I know it's just one game, and I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but these are one of those games that Knicks fans feel very good about themselves because they had a team-high 45 assists, folks. 45 assists. That's unbelievable. That's unfathomable. I mean, 30 assists is a good game. They had 45 assists as a team, led by Brunson, 17 assists. So really, really crazy numbers the Knicks just put up tonight. It started off with that elite first half. Really awesome things for the Knicks tonight. Karl-Anthony Towns, 30 points, 15 rebounds, 3 steals, going up against Nikola Jokic. Outplayed Nikola Jokic big time tonight. Jokic was 22 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. I mean, look at Jokic's numbers. He's averaging, I believe, a 30-point triple-double. And we held him to 27 and 7. This was awesome to see. Now, the defense wasn't the story tonight. It was the offense, but the Knicks definitely contained the MVP frontrunner, Jokic tonight, which is a very good sign. Now, other guys like Josh Hart, he got his cool 12 points, did not miss, 5 for 5 from the field, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. We had Deuce McBride coming back. He had 27 minutes off the bench, 13 points, 5 of 9. The list goes on, folks. The list goes on and on. Mikal Bridges, 6 of 16 from the field with 14 points. The Knicks right now, they're starting to find their rhythm. Now, I know that loss to the Jazz was kind of like, all right, we go out there, we blow out the Suns. You expect to beat the Jazz, right? Beat the Suns, lose to the Jazz, beat the Nuggets. Doesn't make sense. That's the NBA, all right? At the end of the day, you got to be able to take this season as a game-by-game approach, all right? Finish off this West Coast trip on a high note. Now, the Knicks are going up against the Dallas Mavericks on Wednesday night. Okay, that's going to be a big test for the Knicks, of course. But right now, we're seeing it all click offensively. You can argue the Knicks are one of the best teams in the NBA offensively, right? The defense is where the identity kind of slipped away, and I'm hopeful that when Precious Achiuwa comes back, Mitchell Robinson comes back, and this Knicks team just plays more time together, really, that's when the defense is going to get back on track. But this is what they look like when the offense is on another level. When Brunson's passing the way that he's passing, when OG Anunoby is becoming a 3-level scorer, when he's forcing turnovers and they're getting opportunistic, scoring off those turnovers, when the ball's moving so freely, this Knicks team is unstoppable, man. I'm telling you guys that right now. This is why Knicks fans were so giddy in the offseason. And then we added Karl-Anthony Towns right before the preseason began. And we're like, what? Cat's gone. Cat's a Knick now. And now you're seeing Karl-Anthony Towns have the best start of his entire NBA career with your New York Knicks. This is a joy. And let me know right now in the comments. I got a question for you guys in the chat, because is OG Anunoby playing like an all-star? I mean, are we going to have to start pushing the OG Anunoby all-star agenda? Because he's playing like an all-star. He's also getting paid like one. So it'd be cool to see him actually be an all-star, because you look at a wing like OG and the defense that he brings. If he could keep doing what he's doing on a consistent level from an offensive standpoint, man, I think the opportunities are off the charts for OG Anunoby. And I think that you could argue he's putting up points this season where he could be in the all-star consideration if he continues this. Now, he is putting up 17.8 points per game. I think that's before this 40-point outing, so I'm assuming his average is going to skyrocket. But boy, oh boy, early on in the season, OG Anunoby's getting me pumped up. So Knicks fans, you guys let me know your thoughts of this game. Knicks get the W. They're at 10-7 on the season. They needed this win bad, because when you lose to the Jazz the way that they did, you needed to bounce back, and the Knicks have showed that they're resilient. They don't let adversity get to them, and boy, oh boy, I'm pumped up. Knicks fans, let me know your thoughts right now in the comment section. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed. Let's go Knicks, man. OG Anunoby, I absolutely love watching you play basketball, becoming my favorite Knick on this Knicks squad. Let's go, baby. Let's go.